running, but it sounds terrible. It's still backfiring. So we've got handbrake off. Pretty sure we need to have this idling up a little bit or it's going to stall. Okay, well, it definitely moves. Kinda.
Performing the duties of his office.
Digby C. Caesar.
No.
Okay, it is only 10 o'clock. Perfect. Well, hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. I am Digby, and today we are back in my summer car. So, in the last episode, we actually had this thing up and running. In fact, we started it 2 or 3 different times. And then, yeah, we ended up turning it off. We did a little bit of tuning on it. We went to start it back up, and this happened. Yeah, yet again, we have got no lights, no clicks, no nothing, and that tells me that the problem is probably electrical. Now, given that in that episode I actually had a massive brain cramp, and I hooked the battery up the wrong way around, and we got, like, quite a little light show out of it, yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to guess that the battery is completely and utterly fried. So, the plan for this episode is we are going to run to town, we are going to buy another battery, and in fact, we're probably going to get a few things. Like, I'm thinking we're going to get charcoal, we're going to get more coffee, probably could use some boat gas, that wouldn't hurt anything. But yeah, well, basically, we're going to go to town, we're going to buy some more supplies, we're going to check and see if our packages are in, because if they are, that's going to make tuning this thing a million times easier. Although I have a sneaking feeling that, I'm trying to remember, but yeah, I think they might only show up on one day of the week. So we might not get them today, even though we ordered them yesterday. But yeah, anyway, we're going to do all of that. We're going to come back, and then hopefully we're going to get this thing fired up. Now, after that, I'm thinking we are probably going to spend some time trying to tune it up the best we can. Because if we can get this thing running and driving enough to actually get it to town under its own power, the goal for this episode is I would like to end with that car being properly stickered. Now, I don't know if that is a goal we are going to be able to accomplish or not, but we are definitely going to try. Hello? Was that my lottery ticket? What are you doing on the ground, my friend? Okay, do you not get mailed? Is that actually why the mailbox had such a cow last time? Okay, well, if it shows up on the ground again, we'll know we're not supposed to mail it, and I'm going to have to probably look up and figure out exactly what it is I'm meant to do with it. Okay, hello, Tamo, I am back.
No ehtoon möllykkätä sinullekin.
That's it? Seriously? One sentence? Okay. Alright, so what did we say we were going to get? We were going to get some coffee. Yes, please. I definitely want to get another bag of charcoal, because I want to try making coffee again. Oh, and there's another thing I want to actually try with Tamo, but I'm not going to do it until after I pay for everything.
Minun pesukoneemme rikki ja minulla on viimeiset puhtaat kalsarit.
Yeah, okay, that.
Oho, siinä taas kyllä minun viimeisetkin.
Okay, we don't really need bug spray. I don't think we actually need anything else. Alright, Tamo, my friend, that will do for now. Yes, please. Whoop, hello, game log. Yeah, I don't know why, but the game's being a little bit framey today. Yeah, thank you for my business cooperation. We'll see how thankful you are here in a minute, once I get this stuff outside. Okay, are we ready? Tamo, my friend, you have interrupted my commentary about 1,000 times when I have come in the store. Here's what I think of that.
Voi vittujen vittu!
Okay, well, apparently he's perfectly fine with being sworn at.
Sä oot kyllä yks kyrvän syylä.
Sä kyllä voit hakea muualtakin sun ostokset, jos ei tämä palvelu kelpaa. Eiku hetkinen, etpä voikaan.
Okay, so he doesn't get mad, he gets smug. That's good, because I really can't afford to make him angry. Okay, we are back. We've got all our needs sorted out. It's only 3:30 in the afternoon. Hello, who are you and why are you interrupting my conversation?
Morjens! Se on tuohon vaikka lisää!
Hay bales I would absolutely love to do, but I don't know how to do that job yet. Okay, so, where were we? We were... Actually, I think where we were is we were going to remove the hood before we do anything, is what I think we are going to do. Okay, and boop. So, you can go right over here, I think. Be a nice place to keep you. No. Oh, you gotta love having OCD. Come on, go up against the wall. Now you get out from under it. Thank you. Oh, hold on, that's empty. Okay, let's get the battery out of there. And boop. Yeah, I have a feeling that thing is probably deader than a doornail. If I am correct, putting this one in is going to actually solve all of the problems. So we want to get you reconnected. Make sure you do it right this time, idiot features. Don't screw it up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay, so if I haven't screwed anything up and I haven't actually fried anything else in the engine, this thing should, in theory, start right up, yes? Kinda like that. Okay. And yeah, it still sounds like absolute crap, but with any luck, we are going to be able to fix that problem without the gauge. I say that, I am not overwhelmingly confident that we're going to be able to fix that problem without the gauge, but we are definitely going to try it. So let's get that shut. Let's get the air cleaner cover off. I don't think that actually screws back on. I genuinely can't remember, but I don't think it actually connects. I think it's just a pop-on. Okay, well, first thing we need is a screwdriver, thank you. The second thing we need is to find the air-fuel mixture adjustment screw. That's going to be it right there. Okay, I am about to go very, very quiet because I'm going to put my headphones on, I'm going to crank this game up, and I'm going to see if I can adjust this by ear. Okay, well, it stalled out, which tells me that that wasn't the correct adjustment. Hold that thought. Are you actually going to start again? Please tell me you're going to start again. Okay, here's the thought. Let's actually try moving it and see how it behaves. Oh, actually, here's another thought. Let's readjust the carburetor to where it will stay running for more than 10 seconds. Okay, it's running, but it sounds terrible. It's still backfiring. Let's get handbrake off. Pretty sure we need to have this idling up a little bit or it's going to stall. Okay, well, it definitely moves. Kinda. Alright, yeah, that is definitely a little bit rough on the edges. Hold on, phone, I'm coming. I know, somebody died, you need me to come suck your sewage, yada yada yada, blah blah blah, what do you want? Oh, get wrecked. Impatient people, honestly. Alright, let's try tweaking this a little bit more and let's see if it gets any smoother. Actually feels quite a bit worse. It definitely hasn't fixed my problems, that's for sure. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much undrivable. Alright, well, we are getting closer, I think. Oh, for God's sakes, what? What do you want?
Se on Teemo sieltä kaupalta, terve. Sulle tuli postin mukaan.
Thank you, Tamo. You just made my life 1,000,000 times easier. Now, out of curiosity, what time did it come in? A little tiny bit before closing. Okay, it's 6 o'clock at night, so do we want to actually go get it now and come home and tune this thing properly, or do we want to just pick it up in the morning? Actually, you know what? Let's turn this off now. There's no point wasting gas. Probably gonna regret this, especially if we leave the phone plugged in and do a drunk guy run tonight, but you know what? I really want my goodies. You know what? Never mind. I just noticed that my fatigue bar is almost gone, which means if we try and make it to town, we're probably gonna fall asleep behind the wheel. Oh, and here's a thought too. This battery's completely bloody dead, so you're gonna go in the bonfire. Boop. Hold on 1 second. Can I actually pick this barrel up? I can. Okay, I feel like I do want to have a bonfire, but I definitely don't want to do it right next to the house. So we'll have to have a thought about where we want to park that before we set fire to it. Before we do anything, though, how about we try and make some coffee one more time? Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to guess that that is actually done. So we should be able to open the cap, add the coffee, if I can remember how to do that. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought. Close the cap, pop it back on, and immediately run out of charcoal. You know what? That's fine. I've got more. Yeah, add some charcoal. Thank you. Restart the fire, please. Restart the fire. Okay. Is that going to be done enough? Is the question. Okay, it was definitely done enough. We've got coffee, I think. It's definitely not the best looking coffee I've ever made, but if it works, close enough. Okay, that was some seriously weak coffee. Is there going to be another cup in there? Let's try that again. Maybe it gets a little stronger towards the bottom. Okay, it definitely gets a little bit stronger towards the bottom. I also like that it helps with stress. You know what? That is actually quite handy. Okay, I think that's actually going to be good enough. So we're going to put the coffee there. We're going to put the thing there. I'm going to really quick check the time because I have not completely given up on the idea of going to get my packages. If we go now, we will actually get back just in time to plug the phone in and hopefully get a call from the drunk guy and then turn around and go right back to town again. So you know what? I think I can live with that.
6 hours later.
Alright, I have made an executive decision because I actually want to do the car tuning properly and get the inspection sticker done by the end of this episode. I am going to unplug the phone. Oh, here's the thought though. Don't forget your cheesy fries. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug the phone. I am just going to sleep the night through, and then tomorrow morning, first thing when we get up, we're going to town, we're going to get the gauges and stuff that we need, and then tomorrow is going to be all about the car.
Ai, 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 ai.
Oh, hell to the yeah. Okay, good morning, and happy Satsuma Day. I know the store's not going to open for another 3 hours or so, but you know what? I was excited. I wanted to get here early. Hello, idiot features.
Moro moro, mitä äijä?
Down and slightly to the left. Hello, other idiots.
Hei, onks tää nyt se Peräjärven kova jätkä olevinaan täällä? Osaaks tää mitään tehdä ja mitä tää tulee tää romusakkaas tää
Okay, well, I
reuma?
probably shouldn't pick on you, given that you have the only girl I've seen in this game. But you are a complete and utter jerk, so I am happy to annoy you and hopefully watch you wreck out your car. Kinda like that. Okay, that actually wasn't that long to wait. Hello, Timo.
Mikä sinut tänne kirkonkylälle lennätti?
Yes, I have come to pick up my packages. I completely forgot I had to actually pay for them first. Okay, now we should have everything we need. Oh, yeah, the downside of annoying that guy is we may or may not get killed on the way back to the
Miten
boat.
kyllä noihin viinaksi ennen koostiin?
Yeah, whatever, Timo.
Minulla
Sorry,
rupee silmä
I got things to
harittamaan,
do.
kun ottaa vähän terää.
Alright, well, not gonna lie, I am not terribly excited about the fact that we are gonna be sailing back across the lake in a thunderstorm. Yeah, I knew we'd be fine. Okay, so hopefully I'm going to be able to do this correctly. Now, no, stop. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, I think the one that we want is this box right here. I know the long one is the little cluster of 3. I think the other one's like the tachometer maybe, but yeah, this should be the air fuel mix one. However, in order to get it to read accurately, we do need to let the car warm up. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring this one gauge up, and then we're going to start the car and let it idle, and then we're going to go grab the other two, and hopefully by the time we get everything sorted, the car will be warmed up enough and we can actually do this properly. Now, if it ends up blowing up in the driveway, I'm probably going to be a little bit cheesed off. Okay, did that actually stay running? It did. And the temp gauge looks good, so let's shut that off. Let's grab the gauge that I said I thought was the correct one. That would be you. Let's pop that on the dash. Nope, that's the tachometer. Crap. Alright, was it you? Fuel mixture gauge, that's the one we want. I believe that one goes right about there. Now, do you have bolts? You do not. I'm willing to bet, too, I've probably got to wire it up to the dash harness. So really quick, let's go grab the wiring mess and sort that out. Actually, while we're at it, we might as well just put all of them in. And boop. Okay, so I think they all go to the dash harness, yes? Which means we go... Okay, the AFR definitely does. So we'll boop that. And then you're going to want to connect to... Where is it? Right up in there somewhere, right? Hello, please just connect. Can we please just connect without too many arguments? I'm reasonably certain it's not that one. It's got to be this one. Come on, connect, baby, connect. You know you want to connect. You know what? We'll try it from a distance. In fact, let's try going from there. Oh, shit. Please tell me I did not just fry the flippin' battery again. Alright, dum-dum, let's try this again. So, we want to go from the harness connector to that. Yep, extra gauges. And then we want to go Okay, are we done on there now? Did that actually connect to all of you? Okay, that looks like I connected to everything. So, as long as we didn't actually barbecue the battery, we should be good to go. And if we did barbecue the battery, I am going to cry. Like, completely and unashamedly cry. Okay, for the love of God, please, please, please tell me I didn't blow the friggin' thing up. Come on, baby. Let's go. Okay, all is good. And as you can see, the fuel mixture is absolutely nightmarish. Now, I can't actually remember the mixture ratio that I liked. In my head, it's like 14.8, but it might be 15.8 instead. So I'm thinking we're going to try both, and we're going to see which one is the better one.
Many minutes later.
That's actually pretty bloody close. The idiot light's still on, though. Okay, well, really quick, let's just give this a little bit of oomph and see what we think. Okay, the idiot light just went out. That's it. I think it was 14.9 it was showing. Alright, let's try driving it and see if we like it. Okay, well, I'm not gonna lie, that does not feel great. And yeah, it's still stalling out. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crank that thing up to 15 point whatever. I'm gonna try that and see if it's any better.
5 minutes later.
Yeah, that's still backfiring, so that's not right, I don't think. Oh, you know what? Close enough. I think we should be able to limp this thing into town, no matter how awful it is. And I mean, there is a certain temptation... Oh, here's a thought, dum-dum. Shut her off. There we go. Anyway, yeah, there is a certain temptation to actually drop it at Fleetari's and let him tune it. Even though I have always made a point of never, ever, ever letting Fleetari touch my car, ever, under any circumstances, because he's absolutely terrible. But yeah, I'm kind of half tempted to let him tune it just to see what happens. On the other hand, I know I can always load up my old save in between this episode and the next one, and find out what the actual number is that I like. Sure we don't stall. Come on, baby. You know you want to go. You know you want to go. I am desperately hoping that once we start moving forwards, it's going to improve a little bit. Game. Okay, I am going to take that as a no. And apparently, I have still got some work to do. Also, I do not know why the dashboard came unbolted, because I know for a flippin' fact we had that thing in there properly. Alright, well, it looks like we are going to be ending this episode on yet another note of mild disappointment. However, once I get this thing pushed back into position, I am going to go over it from head to toe and check every single bolt on it that I can find to make sure everything's done up correctly. and then I am definitely going to load my old save and I'm going to check the fuel mixture. So, if all goes well, next episode is going to actually start with this thing running a whole lot better than it currently does. And on that incredibly optimistic note, as always, I've been Digby. I thank you guys for stopping by. Really hope you guys enjoyed this episode of My Summer Car. And yeah, I hope to see you for the next one.
Yeah.